loan officers, I want to talk to you about a new way of doing loans. If you'd like to hear, because the winds of change are upon us, fill out the information down below and I'll reach out to you personally. Now, listen, I just saw the new agreement that NAR put together about buyer compensation, and it's completely nuts. You know what realtors ought to be telling their buyers right now? Is buy with me today, because in 2 months, buying a house is going to cost you like $10,000 more. Why? Well, because you're going to have to pay my commission. Has anybody really covered that yet? This settlement and NAR's idiotic position means buyers are going to have to pay like $10,000 more. That is, if they want to buy a home. And you might be saying, well, that's not true, Brian, because there's a ton of sites and a ton of companies out there that will facilitate these transactions for buyers and not charge them like 2.5%.
Oh, really?
Well, let's look at it right now. Redfin stock is getting crushed right now. Zillow stock is getting crushed right now, and Open Door stock is getting crushed right now. Here's the thing. These companies with their discount platforms, read my lips, cannot compete against realtors. It's already been proven. They all almost BK'd just a couple of years ago when things got tough. Open Door and Zillow were looking to off all their contracts because they don't care about these clients. It's all about money. And here's the other thing. These platforms, they're more expensive than working with a realtor. Nobody's talking about that, and we know this because we've already seen their platforms. And the only way these more expensive platforms can compete is to get rid of realtors and just fill the void. Kind of like what's happening right now. This whole thing is just unbelievable. Now, let me give you 2 points, and please listen up. As I said, I just read the new NAR buyer-broker agreement, and NAR, who I will now refer to as RBA, that being Realtors Benedict Arnold, has just screwed all their constituents and over 80% of people who want to buy a home. Let me explain that. Buyers don't have the extra cash to pay a commission. It's just that simple. Why isn't anybody talking about this? Now, listen up again. 11% of Americans have zero right now in savings. 30% have up to $500 in their account. 8% have up to $1,000. 22% have up to $5,000. 8% have $10,000. And 7% have up to $20,000. Are you getting this? This means that 86% of all of us will not be able to buy a house. Only 13% of us are going to be able to buy a house under the new agreement. That is, unless you already own a home and you choose to sell that home and realize your equity. Now, this agreement totally screws minority communities, as minority communities are in even more dire financial straits. And every single vet out there, they're all screwed, they're done, since they're still not even able to pay a commission. Now, here's the other point I want to get to that nobody's talking about. With this settlement in place, as we all sit by and do absolutely nothing, we have destroyed the charters of HUD, Fannie, and Freddie's, all who have mission statements that include serving underserved communities. That's gone. Helping bridge the wealth gap. That's gone. And elevating minority communities. That is gone. The new charters of the GSEs and HUD should be red carpet for the top 13% and cold porch for the rest of you folks. Now, here's the other point that nobody is talking about, and this one is also huge. Please listen up. The current system, or the old system, prior to this insane lawsuit, it works perfectly, and I'll tell you why. When I sell my house, I pay both commissions. That's great because now I can help underserved communities. But damn it, that's not my job to do that now, is it? Yet, when I go buy my next house, I don't have to pay my agent's commission. That's already covered for me. So everything evens out. The system as it stands right now is the ultimate perfection in paying it forward. Here's the point. NAR, do your job. HUD, do your job. Fannie and Freddie, do your jobs. Now, for the rest of us, all of us lenders and realtors out here, let's do our jobs. Let's bring these logical points up to our Congress people. Let's write HUD, write the GSCs, all of us. Share this video because the alternative is no representation for 86% of everybody. It's just devastating underserved communities, which will be replaced. It's just devastating for underserved communities. And oh, by the way, all of this is going to be replaced by a more expensive option. All because we just decided to abandon a system that works perfectly. Now is the time, my friends. Now is the time. During an election cycle, make sure that we take action. Let our voices be heard, not just for our jobs, but for the people we represent and our communities. Thanks a lot.